Hello and welcome back to Lamatique. I'm back this week with a couple more VHS junk journals. Junk journals made from VHS clamshell inserts. Today I have The Fox and the Hound and The Secret Garden. So let's just start with The Fox and the Hound. So it has a dangle, as I've always have a dangle with the journals. There's a little chipboard piece with a little "and," the fox and the hound, so that's why I did that. There's a little feather, an acorn, a little gem, and a little charm that says love. Again, like usual, this piece is on its own separate, so it can be attached somewhere else, and this little chipboard is attached to the lobster claw, and then it's attached to the journal with the binder clip. That's just a little piece of material on there to keep it from marking up the journal. They are actual VHS clamshell inserts, so some of them do have some little scuffs in that already. So I've just got a bow closure on this one, some yellow ribbon, so I'm just going to slide that off. Oh, sorry, here's the front, little label, extra paper on the spine. There's the back. There's a little piece of washi here because there was a little tear, and I just put the washi to hold the tear down. In the front here, there is some sticky notes. I have an unbelievable amount of sticky notes, and I'm trying to include some in like all the journals I make recently. Excuse me, hold on. Sorry, I had to get a drink. My allergies are going crazy. So I've been trying to include the sticky notes in all the journals. So the front page is like a flowery page. This is from a calligraphy project book. We've got this beautiful double-sided scrapbook paper with the gold highlights. I really like this scrapbook paper. These two journals I think are the last. I used up all of this scrapbook paper, and these two journals have the last couple pieces in it. There's a pocket here at the front. Here's a cut-apart journaling card, a dog card. I can't think of that word. Oh, flashcard. Sorry, you're going to hear some noise from outside. You might hear some kids in the background outside playing. Actually, hold on, let me close the window. Sorry, the new kids that moved in like to make a lot of noise out there. So here's a print of a forest picture. It's on some heavy cardstock. A reprint of a vintage little how to draw. So there's the bear and the raccoon. A larger index card with a teacup and a teapot. Some offcuts from some scrapbook paper I used in here. This is lightweight scrapbook paper. A page from a book. The beautiful scenery. There's a stamp up there of a moth on this light green Astro Brights 24 pound. Here's that lightweight scrapbook paper, and I've sprayed a little bit on the background with some green. There's a little bit of gold washi up at the top. Hand-dyed paper. I love how this hand-dyed paper came out. A coloring book page with the forest. One of my little faux letters. It's tucked in there. Oh, this is one of those double-sided coloring book pages. So I loved, it's got the moths on the other side. I thought that was really cute. Back here we have a Fox and the Hound sticker under that gift tag. In the pocket here, we have a couple little letters. I think there's 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of these little index cards with the tabs, a paint chip with some dark greens, a page of butterfly stickers. There should be 3 of this. Yes, 3 of those little thoughts note paper, and 3 of these days of the week. Another page from a book with some beautiful scenery. Astro Brights again, little stamp in the corner. Some lightweight scrapbook paper, it's a little washi. There's a little spray dyeing on the back of there. Just a little bit of green. Some more of that beautiful hand. I love how this hand-dyed paper came out. And it's got some leaves stenciled on there. Coloring book page. Here's a little handmade journaling card. Is that coming up? I did add extra glue. I swear sometimes they still come up. So it's just this scenery in the background, a little stitching, details, and the fox and the hound sticker of the fox. And then there's the back of that. Fox washi tape. Some cut apart tags from the kit. The paper that was used in this journal. A little cut apart. It's a little moth and it says spread your wings and fly. Another page from a book with some scenery. Another little bit there. Whoops. Here is a stamp, an and symbol. I just thought that was cute because the fox and the hound. A little bit of gold washi. More hand-dyed paper with the wilderness on it. Here is the center, and the center is this fox coloring page. That's that double-sided paper. I love that. I think that is really cute. Here there is a little fox digital print from it's a vintage image that I printed. There's a little paper clip of a dog there. We're on to the other sides. Here's one of those envelopes. Like I said before, it's just a skinny little envelope, but it's made of this really like soft paper. A couple little tiny ephemeras. More washi. So here's just the other sides of the papers. Then here we have a little scrappy notebook that I made. And this slides off. So this is just over the top with a little bolt clip. So you just slide it off and it can be separate. I just put it in there that way so it stays in. But it's just like, it's like a over the page piece. So the staples don't go through the page at all. You can completely remove the notebook. So there's just some little different papers, and then like there's stamps, colors of paper that was used in the book, and then like I said, a couple of them are stamped on. And then on the other side, I've sewn a pocket, and it's full with all little tabs and tags for you to use in your journal. I used to put like one of these almost in every one of my journals that I made. And I haven't done it for a long time, so I thought I'd go back to that, the little scrappy pad. I like that. More of the hand-dyed paper, a little note card with a fox on it. It does come with the envelope. A little cut apart from the kit, and then a little cut apart journaling card from another kit. On the other side here, we have an altered time card. I like how this came out. It was really cute. I think it came out really cute. Been enjoying my collaging lately. It's another one of the stamp. Another book page with a beautiful scenery on it. Another pocket. Here's a couple stickers. These are, like you could use them as tabs. I don't know why they don't have the dent for the line, but they're stickers, so you could use them as tabs or just as some kind of sticker. In the pocket, we have a paint chip that's got this weird colors, and it's like almost textured feeling. It's a very light texture, but it's got this look of texture to it. A couple little blue note papers. We got 3 of those. 2 of those ones. 3 of these ones. And 2 of these with the butterflies. On the other side, there are some more tags again, cut from different papers of this, the heavy scrapbook, the good scrapbook paper. You know what I mean, the heavier scrapbook paper. Those were all cut from those, so they're double-sided as well. The other side of the coloring page, the dyed paper, another moth stamp. Here's another altered journaling card. So it's got the flowers shake around in it. So it's all collaged and sewn on there. It's got some stamps, and there is the back. So there is still some room to write. And if you used a darker color, you could write as much as you want to. And then there's some space like here to write and here. I like including those little spaces so you could make like little special notes. Or add a photo somewhere and add a little special note. On the other side here, we have a couple stamped index cards. Some die-cut tickets. And then another little die-cut shaped like a stamp. That is the back of the book, and here is the last pocket. There are some little offcuts from scrapbook paper that was part of the same kit. Like this one is not used in the book, but it was a leftover little piece, so I included that. That is that piece. A postcard with a flower. Well, it's like I cut it down to about postcard size, and I rounded the corners, but it's they were cards that a woman had made. So, but they're printed on this really nice paper that looks like watercolor. A napkin. What do I got? One of these note pages with all the butterflies on it. It's a little bit larger. 3 of these, little yellow. This one page from an activity little coloring book. Well, like journal activity. It was like coloring and journaling, and there was little quotes in that. But I thought this one was pretty, so I put that one in here. And then a piece of scrapbook paper from one of those smaller scrapbook pads. And that is the end of that one. Put the ribbon back on. So that was the Fox and the Hound. And now we have the Secret Garden. So its dangle has this flower in resin attached to the keychain. And then on its little lobster claw, it's got a feather, a dragonfly, a key. Of course, a key for the Secret Garden, right? And some little acorns. It also has a ribbon closure. It's got this cream and gold ribbon tied into a bow. And here is the front cover. Little label. Extra paper on the spine, and this has gold accents. And there is the back. And again, in the front, you will find some sticky notes. A couple of each of those. It's a doily. Another page from that calligraphy book. It's got feathers and roses. I thought it was really pretty. It matched. Here's this paper. This is the same paper as the other book, but different sheets, of course. So it is double-sided, and this one has little birds because, of course, the bird helps her find the key. There's some little gold washi. Now, I don't remember exactly how the movie went, but I know the book, the bird helps her find the key to the secret garden. It's a pocket in the front. It's a journaling card. A little print of some garden gnomes or garden elves. And that's on that thick paper again. And it's like glossy, like a photograph. The little print of the vintage How to Draw Bunny. Another one of those index cards for the cup and teacup. And then some offcuts from the paper I used inside this journal. The lighter scrapbook paper. It's a coloring page. I thought this one was so cute because it's like the arch and you're looking in. It's got all the foliage and that on there. That's one of those double-sided ones. And then there's a little stamp here of a flower. The peach paper. There's a couple little stickers added to this. There's an egg and a little squirrel sticker. And then the rest was printed on the scrapbook paper. I have also spray dyed the back of these pages with a little bit of green there. It's a book from an English garden book. It had like paintings and real pictures of English gardens. I thought that went perfect in here. More hand-dyed paper. I love the way these came out, where you got the green and the pink. And then just some gardenary, like garden images, greenage, foliage, a feather, doily. Yeah, when I dyed the paper for these two kits, I did it a little bit differently, and I just love how the colors mix together. It looks almost like it's tie-dyed. I thought that was really pretty. Another doily. The faux letter here. So that one's it's always on hand-dyed paper. It's like a stencil of some flowers on this one. There's that scrapbook paper, and this one has the gold details, or embellished with the gold there. On the back side here, there's a couple stickers tucked behind the little pink gift tag. Got 3 sheets of this days of the week. 3 sheets with the little bird, because of course the bird. Flowers, secret garden. The colors went in here nice too. Another chip with green, paint chip. Some index cards with the tabs. And 2 of these little take notes. I thought they looked kind of like a bird cage. Coloring book page. Astro Bright 24-pound with the bird stamp in the corner. There's a sticker on this scrapbook paper of a sunflower. The splash of green in the background. Another page from that English garden book. Excuse me. Hand-dyed paper with the stencils of a key on there. Doily. Handmade journaling card. So this one, they move around in there too. And these are ones that have little butterflies. And that's all sewn on there. And then that's the back of this one. Little gold, like copper colored washi. Tags cut from the kit. Little cut apart Love This Life, and it's got the little bird. Coloring book page with the birds in the garden. That was like perfect. She's always talking to the little bird. And then there's the garden. Mushrooms on the back. Little stamp of some flowers down there. Little sticker of a butterfly on top here. And a little frog down there. Garden Friends. Hand-dyed paper again. The deer. We're coming on the center. And here is the center. It's like that opening, like the secret garden. Like I thought that was so perfect. It's like she found it and opened the door. A vintage print of a seed packet. It's a little turtle. One second. Little turtle paper clip there. The envelope and 3 little tiny ephemeras. The mouse sticker, because the mouse in the couch. The feather. Stamp again. The other side of the coloring book page. This one I made the little notebook for too. And again, it'll slide right off. And it doesn't have to stay in the book at all. Got a little tiny key stamp on that one. There's a flower sticker on that one. So just all different kinds of little papers for you to use and make notes on. The other side I put a pocket too, one of those Tim Holtz little file pockets, and it's filled with all little tags for you as well to use around the journal or in another project. Doily, the other side of that dyed paper with the key. And this one has the bird. This one has a little rabbit thank you card with the envelope. Little cut apart, You're My Jam, and another little journaling card, Things I Want to Learn. Here is the altered time card. There's a sticker on the back there, a bird in a nest. Here is the altered time card. Different gardening. It's like a full garden back there. There's like the sprouts where it just comes up. Or they're just coming up because she talks about moving the stuff away so the sprouts can come up in the book. Like, I don't remember the movie exactly. I have seen the movie. But in the book, she's moving all the little, you know, making room for little sprouts to come up through the grass. So I thought that was cute. A little reference. The bird again. Here there are a couple stickers. I'm not sure what you would call that shape, but it would make a cute tag or that. Then you have this golden paint chip in this one. 3 little pink papers. 2 of those with the green. What is this? 2 or 3 with the flowers. 3 with the flowers on the bottom. And 2 of these to-do lists with the flowers on it. Then there are more tags on this side, die cut tags from the papers in the paper pack. Doily, the other side of that hand-dyed paper, little fawn and mushroom. Garden paper. The other side of the doorway into the garden. An altered print where I've done some stamping and that. On the other side here, there is some ticket shapes and some stamped little Stamped index cards. Geesh, find the words. I think I was getting distracted. Some offcuts of the paper used. One of those prints cut down to a postcard size. A napkin. A note paper with the flowers all over it. Matches kind of like with the other note papers in the book. 3 of those little yellow sheets. Sheet from that activity journaling book. So there's birds on this side. And I just thought this was really pretty. And it'd be really cute to go in and write little highlights of your day or things to be thankful for that. I thought that was really cute. A piece of scrapbook paper. And that's all tucked in the back pocket. And that is the end of that one. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you will come back and watch again with me. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye.